Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Simply Free Little Talk today. I welcome you. I welcome you. This show, I'm going to encourage you to contact someone, like, share, subscribe, call your friends, your family. This young lady, Ilasha James, is so amazing. She wears multiple hats, multiple hats. She is capable of doing multiple things that is very interesting. And so we're just going to enjoy our time with her this evening. And I just hope that you also feel as I do, because it is really a great opportunity to get to meet someone doing wonderful things in the community, and someone as she is doing things in the health field. And we know that many people have been affected throughout the COVID, now the way the economy is. But without further ado, let me bring on Miss Ilasha James.
Everyone.
Hey, Miss Ilasha, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm excited you're here because, as I said, I continue to tell everyone multiple hats you wear.
Yes,
Multiple
ma'am.
hats. Oh my God. You do many great things in the community. And so, if I'm in a community, I get to see you because you're in the health field as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes, ma'am.
tell us about mental health first aider. What is that all about?
Well, actually, I just took my course last year, and what it helps you do is to identify when a person is stressed,
Mhm.
and it also allows you to help them deal with their stress in a positive way. And it was a really nice course.
Okay.
For now for
Right.
to for to be
I'm sorry, your volume is going in and out. You were speaking perfect. We really need to hear this.
here now.
Okay, now that's good. I heard you
Oh,
then.
yes, can you
I don't know what, just continue.
hear, okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now of of doing uh teaching, uh, mental health. So
Okay. So, can you share with us some of the effects that you see, some people, some of the mental health signs that you have noticed in people? You said stress, but maybe they're having a mental breakdown. What changes in behaviors can you share with us that you've seen in some of your clients?
um well I for uh, there might will be um one or the like even going through something you um
Okay. I'm going to make sure that others can hear you because it's like it's going in and out. I'm hearing bits and pieces of what you're saying, and I want to make sure that people get to hear you because what you're saying is very valuable to those that are suffering with mental illness and those that, yes, that'd be good. Come in and out. Well, that was Miss Ilasha James, who is a mental health first aider, certified community health worker. She's a medical assistant, so she has her training, and she's recently taking a mental health instructor's course And so I hope we can hear you better because I really want individuals to know the information that you provide.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Yes. I
Okay.
don't know what happened. She was fine, guys, in her testing. So I want to go back so that you can reiterate with everyone your position as a mental health worker or first aider, and then we'll go into your certified community health worker, and then, of course, your most recent mental health instructor.
Okay. Well, what I was saying was, sorry, before the reception went back.
Yes, I don't know
Oh,
what that was. I'm glad
yeah.
they can hear you now.
I always say I'm going to get rid of T-Mobile, and I never do, but I really, yeah. I'm sorry. But as I was saying, one, one
It is happening again.
re-
Yes, it's happening again. I don't know, when you moved, it shifted again, but I was able to hear you perfect when you mentioned about changing your carrier.
sorry,
Yeah, it's the volume. I see you perfect. You look gorgeous, but it's the volume.
it's the volume.
Yeah. Now, when you said that, I heard you.
Okay. I don't know
Okay,
what's going on.
that's
I'm
okay.
good.
Get me, look, get me in there while I'm able to hear you.
I'm good now.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not touching anything. I
I,
don't
this is
know.
technology. I don't blame anyone.
The, the
So, as a mental health person, what are some of the signs that you've seen in individuals?
um. Well, one thing I do want to stress first. One thing I do want to stress first to you guys is paying attention to what you say.
Yes,
Paying attention to what you say is great,
that's good.
and especially when you're going into these hospitals when you're saying it to your family,
Mhm.
because a person can say you could be stressed out in a moment, say,
Mhm.
I don't want to be here anymore. I can't take this anymore.
Wow.
When you say that in the hospital,
Mhm.
they're gonna label you the
Yes, yes, yes.
same. And I know you're not psyched. You know you're not psyched.
Mm.
You're going through something at the time.
At the
So
time.
being careful of what you say, we have to
Wow.
come into that resilient state.
Yes.
And what I mean by coming to this resilient stage is being in a resilient stage is saying, this situation makes me upset or makes me sad, but I'm still able to function.
Hmm.
There's three stages. You have a high stage, you have a high I'm sorry, three zones. You have a high zone,
Mm-hmm.
your resilient zone, and your low zone. When you're in your high zone, you can't function.
Wow.
You're angry,
Yeah. Yes.
you're
Yes.
you're irritable.
Wow.
When you're in your low zone, you become sad, you become isolated, you feel exhaustion, you feel a disconnect.
Mm.
So being able to recognize when you're in your resilient zone and when you're bumped out into your high zone and your low zone is very important. And so that's when I mean mental health, I mean it goes beyond what you say. It's the people around you. You have
Yes.
to create, you have to create a healthy environment for yourself, even if that's
Definitely.
cutting people off. If you know that this person is going to come around you, step back and be like, okay, will I be able to be
Wow.
in my resilient zone if I go around this person? Will I be able to be okay?
Mm-hmm.
So,
My God.
no
Ooh. This
being
is good.
aware of your being is important.
It's important. It's important how we care for ourselves. It's important about what we say. So we need to be more attentive in hearing what someone says, and that can actually lead us to know that they're triggered by maybe being stressed out, Or like you said, if they go to a
Yes.
hospital and they're talking in this bitter spirit or this anger spirit, as you mentioned, then maybe people will think that there's some mental challenges going on. So it's kind of what they say that causes you to identify them as going through some mental things. Yes. And what about some of the actions? What are the characteristics? I mean, the behaviors that we see, other than the verbal?
Um, Certain people handle mental illness different, and it could be not eating.
Mm.
It could be some people do retail therapy as a way,
Mm.
you know, as a way
Yes.
to cope. Everybody has different. You have to know who you're dealing with to know. Okay, hey, so if, so for instance, if I haven't talked to my best friend in
Yes.
days, and I know that she calls me every, I'm not gonna automatically assume, oh, she's acting funny. No, I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk. Some
Maybe
people,
they're depressed.
right?
Yes.
Some people shut down, and that's
Wow.
people say, oh, she acting funny because she didn't call me. No,
Hmm. Hmm.
this is
Just
a
like,
time when gas is high, pandemic. People are stressing. People, the
yes.
food is hot. People are stressing, and it's important that you notice if it's your loved ones. If you like this person lost weight, hey, ask, what's going on? You okay today? You don't have to be in their business. Just ask, hey, how you doing? Everybody has different signs, and if you know how to approach a conversation, they'll tell you. If you know how to approach them in the right way
Hmm.
and show genuine concern,
Yes.
you'll be able to.
To kind of pinpoint what you need to do at that point. So, how would you approach sharing with someone that, hey, I've been kind of noticing that you withdrawing, or maybe you're snappy, your bubbly personality has kind of changed, and maybe you doing some things that's not normal to us. How do you tell, or how do you approach them in getting some help?
Well, depending on the person, you just
Depending on how you approach them, huh?
you just hey, yeah, you just approach me and say, hey, I noticed that, you know, you've been irritable lately.
Yeah.
What's going on? That what you just did is exactly how.
So that's a good way of starting a dialogue. Like, what's going on with you? Why are you behaving in this manner? Okay, that's a good thing.
Mhm.
So, as a certified community health worker, you are assigned to, like you mentioned earlier, certain regions. So, what exactly is the assignments that you carry out?
Well, right now I'm covering the coastal region and targeting the health disparities. So, a lot of the low income areas that do not source, as far as rent, uh, electrical assistance, the electric is high.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, it's about your overall health and well being.
Yeah.
Are you able to get to the grocery store to get the foods that you
Mm-hmm.
need? Are you able to get to your doctor's appointments? Do you understand how your insurance is, is broken down? You understand
Yes.
what deductible is, okay? Um,
Wow.
COVID vaccine. Do you need to go and get COVID vaccine? Part helping is
Hmm. Let me ask this about, you named a few illnesses that we know that we're challenged with. What other illnesses have been on the rise lately that you've seen being in the community and assessing people medically?
um one
Wow.
that I see a lot. Um, and that ties in with
Hmm.
that. That also ties in with mental
It
health.
ties
Being
in.
stressed out can it overthinking. Um, diabetes.
Yes,
Um,
diabetes is on the rise.
yes, And see, the thing is, especially in the minority community,
Yes.
we want everything
Unfortunately.
fried. We want our fried.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
We want all these fattening foods,
Mm.
all these sweets, these pies, and then when we go for our physical exams, we find out that our cholesterol levels are up, our sugar
Yes.
up, and what our,
Mm.
so so mental health because too.
Yeah. Wow. So that's a lot within itself, but that's also a change in your lifestyle once you have that recent diagnosis of diabetes and you're already stressed out. You're already facing what's going on in the world, and now you find out your health has a challenge now. Because I know I've noticed with some people who are ill, and this is anyone, you're irritable sometimes. Your mood swings change. And so you have to be very careful in how you may even approach someone that's dealing with. I think compassion and love is always one of the keys. I know that's it. So, what other things do you guys identify with individuals, or you try to assist them in their daily activities?
Um, I encourage exercise. Exercise is you can make exercise fun. It does not
Mhm.
have to always be hardcore. You can even exercise with your kids. A walk to the pond, riding your bikes. Um,
Mm.
uh, Instead of getting in the car when you know that the corner store is up the street, walking. You can even if you don't want to go to the gym because of COVID, you feel like you know it's COVID. Do some exercises at home. They have videos. They have trainings that you could do at home online. Exercise is one thing that I do encourage. Ex-
Yes,
And it's
yes.
if people make exercise, when you say the word exercise, people are like, I'm not gonna go to no gym and no weights. And I'm not. I was one of them, but I'm not really.
Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. However, there are other things. That,
Yeah, because we have chair exercises now.
oh, really?
Yeah, we're just lifting your arms or your legs. For those that are not as mobile, they don't have the mobility as someone who is physically fit, or someone who we assume to be physically fit. Because again, you're referring to mental as well as physical challenges.
That's right.
So wow. So what I asked you earlier, I want you to repeat this again because Ms. Felder also noticed that you were breaking up, but you're good now. So we want you to say the things that's on the rise again. What mental illnesses as well as physical health challenges have you seen on the rise within the COVID or just recently?
Um, During the COVID, break
Ah,
over. It's
yeah.
a break for children.
Yes.
So depression, that for point. Um, it's for with
Excuse me, Aisha, because you're breaking up so much, I'm gonna ask you to just come in and out again because you were fine, and I don't know what's going on with that, with your volume, because we need to hear you. You're providing some very important information, and people are wanting to know about mental illness. They need to know about the different rise in medical conditions. And so she's going to return, guys. This is important. Simply Free Little Talk is the platform where you get information from the person that is being interviewed. The person is here to provide you the best information. So I just want to make sure that you're receiving what the platform is set up for. So continue in just kind of sharing, and hopefully this volume is right this time.
Yes, you can hear.
Okay, perfect. That's good.
I don't know. We were fine.
We were fine talking prior. I talked to everyone prior to the show, and I don't know what happened with your volume because you were good. But continue to just share with us the importance of the health, because I could hear that you mentioned we have to take care of our health. Our eating is very crucially important, and you have seen a rise in diabetes
Yes,
as well as mental illness.
yes. The right, um, other like men-
Uh,
um, depression, depression,
Depression.
yes, depression
Okay, she's speaking of depression, guys.
on the rise.
It's
Um,
on the rise. Yes.
not, not so.
So depression is derived from first being just stressed out of the situation and circumstances that the person is facing.
Well, yeah. Um, uh,
People have lost family members. They have lost
Yes,
family members. They have lost children.
yes, perfect.
So, I mean, they don't exactly know how to deal with those situations.
Yes,
So, knowing when a person is depressed and helping that person get through that depression is important.
yes. So our coping skills are crucially important of how we address the matters that are affecting us.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So always seek medical attention. As she mentioned,
Always.
she is a certified mental health specialist. That's what she does. I'm giving her a whole nother title, guys, but she is certified in the area of mental health. And so if you know someone that you've seen these behaviors that she mentioned, the change in behavior, being withdrawn, bitter, frustrated, even anger, she stated, stressed out, we need to care for these individuals. We need to be able to recognize what they're going through and try to assist as much as we can.
And being able to recognize the signs in your family members is very important.
Yes.
Being able to say, "Hey, you look like you've lost some weight. Are you okay? What's going on? Do you need me to purchase some groceries?" Once you know how to be able to approach that situation, then you will be able to find out what's really going on. But my advice to you would be to
Hmm.
show genuine concern.
Yeah, genuine concern for that person. Because you wouldn't want anybody to just be upset because you actually can see that there's an issue and you're approaching them with it. Like
Right,
I asked you the question earlier, like, well, how do you approach this person that's in this rage, in this anger, bitter, and say, I've seen you withdrawn, or I've seen you kind of act a little different than a bubbly you?
right.
So, but you said just talk to them. But again, one on one, it depends on that person and how
Yes, never.
deep in their depression too. Yeah. So wow,
Yeah, and never approach them in front of a crowd. Make sure you pull them to the side.
that's
Make
good.
sure you pull them to the side. Never confront anybody about their issues.
Yeah,
Don't put anybody on the spot. Don't do that.
that's a good thing.
Because that can send a person over the edge.
Absolutely. Well, that's wisdom. You handle things decent in order and everything. So yes, I agree with that completely. So let's move to your show that you've done. Uh,
Oh, Miss Free.
Women of wisdom. No, I wanted to say that because I admire you for that. I love anyone that's on a platform and it's positive. When from start to finish, people want something positive. They don't want to be. I don't want to be yelled at. I don't want to be in a situation where it's giving bad information. You bring some good information to the table, so you motivate. Talk about what your platform, the purpose of it, is all about.
Well, the purpose of me creating the Women of Wisdom platform was because I know as women, not just as women, as men too, but it's about women. We've all had areas in our life where we could look back and be like, Could I have handled this situation better? Could I
Yes, that's
have
good.
could I have said could I have used different words? Could I have controlled my anger better?
Yeah.
It's just about life. As women, we go through so many things that are similar,
Mm-hmm.
and not every woman feels like they can express that. So
Wow.
the purpose of creating the Women of Wisdom platform was to be able to say, okay, you know what, this lady is going through the same thing I did. And
Yes.
this is how she was able to get through this. And so the purpose of bringing other women into the platform is to share their stories and let other women know you're not alone. I'm a mother, I'm a wife. I have to juggle coming home to the kids and after a long day at work and cooking and
Yes.
cleaning and sometimes being the doctor, sometimes being the teacher. We were all types of hats
Yes.
as women.
Multiple hats.
And yes, and it could be very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
So having somebody on that side of you to say, you know what, I know what you're going through, it makes them feel more comfortable.
I'm all for women empowerment. My circle is women that are so powerful, but I have men in the circle too. Don't get me wrong. But the ladies that's in this circle, oh my God, they are so powerful. It's always positive. It's always I'm not gonna always say just an educational feedback, but it is just godly wisdom. You can't buy godly wisdom. You can't beat
It's
that.
true.
To have someone that approaches a situation with maturity and then with what thus said the Lord would do, you know? So I
Yes.
admire you for creating your platform for other ladies to come together and to be able to pour out to one another, to be able to share, this is what I experienced, but I came out, or this is what I'm currently experiencing. Is there anyone else here that's experiencing or have experienced? That's very great. That's wisdom.
Yes, ma'am. I try because I mean everybody, as you go through life, as you get older, we never stop learning.
Never.
So it's always a
It's
learning process.
perpetual. Yes, yes. It's
It's
perpetual.
it's always a learn. No matter how old you get, there's someone that you can learn from. So
And I
I'm a firm
embrace
believer in that.
that. I love that about you. You embrace learning and the opportunity to learn from that. That's why it's crucially important that your circle has what I shared mine have. You know, I can even say the dots, you know, because
Yes,
it's tight like that. And it's tight with people that uplift and encourage and say, hey, I got you tonight, or I have you, you know.
hmm I
So
wanted to,
like,
since I went out, sit,
speak
I
about
was,
that. That's a good circle. That's someone a good to have a good in your circle that encourages.
yes, you know what, that is my circle,
Yeah.
honestly, is what keeps me going.
Come on. Mine too.
My circle, I have a group of powerful,
Come on, say it.
powerful, powerful, I can't stress it enough, powerful women. My
Yeah.
family, there's a lot of women in my family. And if I tell you these women, I can pick up the phone right now and say, hey, cousin, or hey, sister, or hey, friend, um, how do I get through this?
Mm.
It's going to stay there.
Yeah.
It's going to stay there.
Yes. Yes. Maturity.
They're going to, yes.
Yes.
And, and I accept the constructive criticism. As
Yes.
a lot of people, when you try to tell them what they're doing wrong, if they're on the outside looking in, they, oh, no, learn how to accept constructive
Yes.
criticism to help you grow.
It's to
If you
help you
don't
grow.
know how to accept the constructive criticism, you're not going to get a job.
Nope.
You're not going to move anywhere in life. The people that have made it to the top or wherever, they've had to accept constructive criticism.
Exactly. And it's only to help
But you
you.
can tell,
Only to help you.
yes,
Oh,
yes. And you can tell when somebody's giving you constructive criticism and when somebody's just hating.
come on.
Not everybody that gives you constructive criticism is hating. You have to learn the
Yes,
difference.
yes.
It's
Well, it's the way it's presented also.
yes,
The presentation, the delivery, all of those things speak what it is. It speaks volumes.
yes,
Yes.
yes. And I wanted to say, did you guys, is there anybody that have questions about mental health that
Yes. Anyone on the line?
please let me know.
Yes. And also they can inbox you, right? Let them know where they can
Yes.
find you for
Okay.
mental illness discussions with you. Her
Okay.
DM. Share.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I absolutely. You guys, you're always welcome to come on the Women of Wisdom page and ask me any
Yeah.
questions. But but did somebody have a specific question? Because I know I was going in and out now.
Yeah, Miss Jules says this is true, so she concurs with you. And I know Miss
Okay.
Electra gave a wonderful, wonderful summary of what you stated. So I'm just so happy that you came on because, and I want to bring you back. Anyone, I love positive interviews, period, point blank, period. But what I really, really love is when someone comes on and they share what can we do to help someone that we obviously can see that's facing some mental illness, maybe they're facing just trauma in their life, and like you said, depression.
Um. Well, I'm gonna say this. Everybody. No, no. Let me rephrase that. Some. No. Society.
Society
Society makes you feel, no, wait, society can't make you feel like anything if you don't accept it.
choice.
But what society tries to do is make you feel like going to a psychiatrist or going to a therapist is bad. It
No,
is not bad. Don't let anybody that's over there punching walls
come on.
and stressed out and don't know how to control their emotions tell you
My
not to
Lord,
go to therapy. If you need therapy, go,
go.
because you need do whatever it is that you need to do, regardless of what people say. It's not your business if you go to therapy.
Come on.
Do what you need to do to so that you can be that mother,
Yes.
that grandmother, that entrepreneur, that businesswoman. Invest in yourself. Invest in
Invest
your
in
self
yourself.
care.
Yes, self care.
Invest in your self care. Because if you don't invest in you, who's gonna do it? Nobody can invest in you like you. If you don't invest in you, you're not good for. You can't be the wife that you need to be. You
Come
can't be
on.
the mother that you need to be. You can't be the work. I can't help you if I can't help myself.
Mm, that's right. Self improvement, self evaluation. It's crucially important. Crucially important.
Yes.
Hmm.
And so that's so I really push invest in yourself. If that means for you to get a mentor,
Yes.
for you to get a life coach, if you have to, therapist, do whatever it is that you need to do to get back into your resilience zone.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Excellent. Right there, we can put a pin in it. You said it. You sealed this deal. You share with us
Yes.
exactly what we need to do. I love when God gives us a way of escape. And
Hmm.
it's simplistic. You gave us wisdom. So I want to tune into the Women of Wisdom. So when you get it started back up again, I definitely want to get an invite to come on and
Oh,
just participate with you guys. Yes.
definitely, definitely. We could definitely use women like you. You're definitely an inspiration. I watch you. Little do you know, I really do watch you. I'm up late at night. I'm
Thank you.
listening to you. I'm listening to your interviews. I'm listening. The younger women are looking up to you. We're
Amen.
looking up to
Amen.
you.
To God be the glory. And it's a platform for them to aspire to know that everyone that comes on is telling their story. They're
Right.
setting the narrative for us to know what they're doing in their career. They're author, they're writers, they're artists, whatever that is. That's what the platform provides. So I'm glad that you're listening and others are as well, because that's what it's for. It's to uplift you.
Right. And I'm always willing to learn.
Thank
I'm
you.
the type of girl I love to learn from older women to women that are younger than me. I'm always surrounding myself with women that know more than me. There's nothing wrong with surrounding
Nothing wrong with
yourself
that.
with women that have more than you. That's who you need to surround yourself with.
Yes.
Older and wiser women,
Oh,
women that have,
older but wiser. Not just because
yes,
they're older in age.
but wiser. Yes,
Yes, I want to be around wisdom.
yes,
Wisdom carriers is what I call them. My circle of wisdom carriers. They're carrying
yes,
God's wisdom, and I just love
right.
for that. Yeah, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And they want us to get better, right?
Yes,
They're about imparting
everything.
in us. Yes. So
Yes,
thank you so
everything we
much for
do.
coming on. We do need to have you come back on and talk more in detail about mental
Okay,
health. I mean, trust me, it is on a rise. I
okay.
receive calls all the time of people having mental breakdowns. And what do you do? There's something on my Facebook post now from a parent that was sending out the concern of her son, where he was giving him
Oh,
so many days
yes,
he was going to take himself out of the world. So I understand there are people are really under um, a depressed state. They're stressed out. There's a lot of double-mindedness and confusion that we have to. I believe personally, prayer is the key.
yes. And
Prayer
prayer,
is the key.
but you prayer, and I'm going to say this:
Yeah, please add.
prayer, and also I believe God didn't put these therapists on the earth for no reason.
I agree.
So don't don't pray about it, and then you still sitting up there saying, "I don't need no psychiatrist. I
No,
don't need no therapist." Don't do that to yourself.
actually, well,
Don't do
actually,
it.
God tell us we have the faith without works is dead. So
It's
that's
that. That's right.
That's the
There you
work
go.
right there. We do need the therapist. I totally concur. I believe in the life coach. I believe in
Yes.
the pep squad on your side, that's cheering you on. That, like you said, love, sincere love will tell you, hey, that's not normal behavior,
Right.
kind of not normal. So what do we need to do to help you come out of that? So yes, I thank you for coming on tonight and sharing with
Yeah.
us some of the golden tips, and also letting us be more aware of our cholesterol, diabetes. You brought up
Yes.
some great points that need to be spoken out, and so we need to take care of ourselves.
Yes. Yes. Part of mental health is also taking care of yourself, watching what you eat, exercising, walking, chair exercises, like you said. Take care of yourself mentally and physically.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. Replay, share this with someone. Yes, there was some technical difficulties, but let me tell you, what she spoke out is what we need to hear. So, again,
Yes.
Alasha James, thank you for coming on. You are doing great works. I definitely want you to come back on because you are
Okay, I will.
wisdom. You definitely are a woman of wisdom. I love that you understand about educating yourself and improving yourself. We have to continue to reinvent ourselves, and that comes from education and other matters. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks for signing on Simply for Little Talk. Like, share,
Bye.
look up Miss Alasha James. You can find her on Facebook. What other social medias can we find you on?
That's my main one.
That's her main
Alicia Jane.
one.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm looking forward to Women of Wisdom.
Yes, I'm definitely. If any women that have wisdom and that are don't mind sharing their life experiences and letting other women know how they can get through certain situations, come on.
Yes, come
I'm
on.
ready.
I love
Come
it.
on.
Thank you. Bless you so much. Thank you,
Yes,
everyone.
ma'am.
Thanks for tuning in.